welcome to the show, the Undomesticated Woman podcast series here at Freedom at the Crossroads. I am your host, Tonya Taria from Freedom at the Crossroads, helping you look better, feel better without the pressure. Well, we are here in a new year. And last year, we dealt with a pandemic, and this year, we are still in the midst of a pandemic, but added to that, we had to deal with an insurrection, treason, and sedition. But not to get sidetracked with all of that, we are at right about that time here in the month of January when most people are rethinking that whole New Year's resolution. But my sister, let me tell you, this is a year of opportunity, and the word for this year is evolution. That's right, evolution, ladies. Transformation. Now, last year, I continually spoke about the power of resilience, and in particular, weathering the storm of a global pandemic and all these stresses and issues that came with that. And a lot of us are still navigating that here in 2021. This is the first month almost gone. Can you believe it? But we've got a lot to talk about. We've got a lot to think about. We've got a lot of decisions to make, and we need to make them relatively soon. And I say this because, anyone who's watching what's going on around the country, around the globe, is fully aware that there's something still seething beneath the surface. A lot of things are in flux, are in motion. And this is a pivotal time, I truly believe. This is a time for us to really lay hold of our intentions and to move with purpose and not allow our fears and, yes, other people's expectations, o.p.e, chain and bind us to, things of the past, of yesteryears, of, dreams of the status quo. Believe it or not, that was not a good time. It was a time when we just went with the flow because it was the path of least resistance. There was no real effort involved. There was no transformation. And if we're honest, truly honest, we will recognize that that was actually death and stagnation. And so if ever there was anything positive to come out of this pandemic, and even the tumultuous political season we're in here at the beginning of 2021, we would recognize that this is a time of, again, power, a time for real transformation, a time for evolution. While last year was a time for resilience and powering through and holding on to our intentions, this is the year for real movement and transformation as we make strides to bring this pandemic under control, as we make strides to redefine who we are as people, as a nation, and as humanity, not just here in the U.S., but globally. And women are stepping up to the plate. This is our time. This is our season. We must lay hold, claim it, own it. And one of the powerful ways we can do that is how we lay hold of our self-care. Yes, ladies, I'm all about the self-care. Self-care will save your life. Self-care will help you evolve, transform, renew, reshape yourselves from the inside out and our destiny. Actually lay hold of our destiny. Without transformation, without evolution, that destiny, that path, that passion we have growing and seething within us will never show its face in the midst of status quo, in the midst of fear, in the midst of, yes, ladies, laying on that altar of o.p.e, other people's expectations. Break the chain, break the cycle. Reclaim your power, reclaim your health, reclaim your fitness, reclaim wholeness. That's the way we get this done. And so as we move into this year of evolution, I'm going to be talking a lot about DIY skincare. And I'm going to also be talking about infusing what we eat, what we use to nourish our bodies and selves with healing herbs, ancient herbs that we've used carelessly, actually, in a lot of our recipes. A lot of the current culinary recipes that we use, that we embrace all the time, a lot of those herbs, we fail to recognize the power and the healing that is literally locked into those herbs. And it's only when we take our own hands and with intention prepare meals that will nourish not just the body, but the soul, that, all of that goodness comes into us. It has the ability to heal and support our body's natural healing functions and abilities and, natural systems of balance. And so I'm going to be talking about that moving forward. If you go to the website at freedomatthecrossroads.com, you will begin to see a number of recipes that I have called healing soups for the fall and winter seasons and those times of the year when it's cold and raining and we're typically feeling, down physically, where your body feels like, you're trying to get sick or come down with the cold or something like that. A lot of recipes are beginning to go up on the blog and, in recognition of that. A lot of the skincare blog posts as well are dedicated to using ingredients that help support and nourish the skin externally. Now, the other component of that is food, what we put in our body. It's not about serums and potions and things like that to make you look good on the outside. You've got to do the work internally, and that is true from a physical standpoint, not just from, what we eat and what we use to nourish our bodies internally, but also, how we treat the body, externally as well. So it's that whole connection, that whole intention from the inside out evolution that helps to bring us together, from a holistic standpoint, so that we're able to up-level our lives and really move with intention and really bring our gifts and our purposes and passions to the fore, to humanity, to embracing this world, to lifting up this world, to transforming this world into what we need it to be as human beings, something that is beautiful, that is whole, that lifts every human being up, regardless of race, creed, ethnicity, gender, identity, whatever. And that can only come from people, from humans who have done the internal work. So you've evolved as a human in the, internally in terms of personal development. You've evolved as a human in terms of fitness and health. You self-care, you self-care, you self-care. And then intellectually and, how you look at the world around you and interact with the world around you and the people, other people in the world around you. That is transformation. That is the pinnacle of being a good human, what it means to be a human, a true representative of the human race. Not your background, not what you have or don't have. It's who you are intrinsically as a person, as a being. And that only comes from transformation that starts from the inside and out. And, this is really what we are looking at. This is where the crossroads are right now. And this is what Freedom at the Crossroads is all about. And it's very appropriate this year to really hone in onto that freedom at the crossroads, because humanity, collectively and individually, we are at a crossroads in terms of the climate crisis, in terms of political unrest, social justice, in terms of individual health and global health. We are at the crossroads, ladies. This is a powerful time. It's an exciting time. It's a time where, it's somewhat scary, but that is the nature of, exploring new possibilities and being at the forefront of change, of opportunity for change, and really embracing that and stepping up to it so we don't miss the opportunity. We don't miss this beautiful moment, because guess what? It's not coming back. We left 2020 in pandemonium, largely on a global level. And that pandemony is still, something we are wrestling with here in 2021, but we are at the forefront of something else, something marvelous, some great opportunities, but we can only do that if we self-care. We can only do that if we're healthy, if we're fit mentally, physically, emotionally, intellectually. We can only take stock and take advantage of those opportunities if we are at our optimal. And that's what self-care brings you. Self-care is radical evolution on the internal personal development level. And in terms of self-care, how you treat your body, how you nourish your body, how you connect with your body, mindfulness. It's not those cutesy little yoga poses and yoga smoothie bowls or what have you. All of that is well and good. It's fun, being able to stretch the limits of your body's flexibility and things like that. But self-care is about personal development. It's about strength and wellness on the physical, mental, and spiritual levels. That's what enables us to be resilient, to evolve and transform. Recognize that if your body is not well, if your body is weak and frail, unhealthy, sick, you can't, you can't be resilient. You can't weather those storms. Case in point, this pandemic. If you're physically compromised on so many levels, particularly from a health perspective, not to talk about your mental health, your spiritual health, and your ability to navigate those difficult spaces. So there is power. This is a powerful moment. This is a powerful time to really, really, really take stock of our health and wellness and self-care and really get radical with this. This is not a time to make those New Year's resolutions about, I'm going to shed a couple of pounds and I'm going to, tighten up some things and I'm going to start eating healthy. Yeah. I'll start that February 1st, not January 1st, because, we're already at the end of January anyway. Oh yeah, I'm gonna start, really working out, February. Ladies, this is not the time for that kind of nonsense. It's time to get serious about transformation and getting creative with the ways in which we access that transformation and evolution. So I'm here, ladies, to, keep knocking, keep, shouting and sounding the alarm. Ladies, get up off your ass and do what needs to be done so that you can focus in on the important things and really begin to make your move and transform your life, transform your health, your wellness, and really break free of those sabotaging shackles of other people's expectations and laying on that altar of other people's expectations, being bound and chained to other people's perceptions and thoughts about you. Ooh, I can't tell you enough about that. And I just have to, borrow a phrase from some funny individual on TikTok. Yes, ladies, the little ones just got me tuned into TikTok. I'm actually on TikTok now as the Herbie home chef because that's one of the series on my Freedom at the Crossroads on YouTube where I am, infusing foods with, healthy spices and, finding creative ways to take some of my favorite, traditional recipes from around the world and my part of the world and infusing that with healthy spices and, taking a healthy twist on a lot of the modes of preparing some of these dishes. But oh my gosh, don't allow other people and other things to take up space in your head rent free. So I am paraphrasing that. And I really, really, really feel that we can do this. If we come together, if we set aside competition, if we become true allies of women everywhere across the globe, true allies of humanity, leave the smallness, the pedantic, the small-mindedness, the stunted stagnation of the past and, insecurities and petty hatreds and born of, lack of growth and personal development, all those kind of things, hatred, bias, those things are all born out of smallness and a lack of development at the internal level and at the spiritual and emotional level, and covering that up. So we'll be moving forward, embracing the new year and the new seasons as they come our way. And follow me as I, begin to throw on some guests here and have a couple of conversations. But largely, for the most part, this will continue to be rants and convos and perspectives on what's going on and how we as women can uplift each other and truly be a community that's supportive and engaging. And let's take it to the next level. So this is Tony from Freedom at the Crossroads, helping you look better, feel better without the pressure of other people's expectations. Till next time, ladies. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to 2021. It's time for evolution.